judges! My name is Stephanie Kahn, and I coach speech and debate at Laurel School. Thank you so much for contributing your time to make this competition possible for our students. We truly cannot do this without you. I'm going to review the judging criteria for dramatic interpretation, humorous interpretation, duo interpretation, program of oral interpretation, oratorical declamation, informative speaking, and original oratory. All of these events have a 10-minute time limit with a 30-second grace period. There is no minimum time. Interpretation events aim to recreate the story, character or characters, and emotions within a selection. In dramatic and humorous interpretation, the selection should be dramatic or humorous, respectively. In duo interpretation, the selection can be dramatic, humorous, or a combination of both. As a judge, your job is to evaluate the performance of the selection and provide comments to help the speaker learn and grow. Areas for constructive criticism include vocal presentation, enunciation, gestures, facial expressions, body language, eye contact, and poise or presence. Do all these elements highlight the meaning of the piece? Remember to let speakers know both what they did well and where they can improve. In the program of oral interpretation, the speaker's selection is a combination of at least two, or all three, genres of prose, poetry, and dramatic text. A primary focus of this event should be on the development of the theme or arguments through the use of narrative, story, language, and/or characterization. Speakers have creative liberty and should exhibit strong speech mechanics and appropriate levels of emotion that fit the context of the selections. Speakers will hold and read from a manuscript and must address the manuscript throughout the performance, but introductory or transitional material may be memorized. Speakers are permitted to use the manuscript as a prop or an extension of their performances, as long as it remains in the contestant's control at all times. Like the other interpretation events, please evaluate the speaker's vocal and physical performance and provide comments on areas both of strength and growth. In declamation, the speakers will recreate the thoughts and emotions of other orators. Orations may be historical or contemporary. Speakers are not to be judged based on the selection or its content, but rather on how well it is executed. Speakers may include an optional introduction that provides context or clarification to the audience. When commenting on delivery, their poise, enunciation, eye contact, gestures, and use of rate, volume, and pitch to create meaning are most relevant. Do they effectively express the emotions and meaning of the speech using their voices, faces, and body language? Providing comments about their vocal qualities and physical performance are the most helpful for these speakers. For all the interp events, remember that you are evaluating the student's performance, not the material that was selected. If you have concerns about the selection, please note it in your comments. You might say, "I found the humor of this piece to be challenging. Be aware that some listeners may be offended by this selection. Please discuss this with your coach." However, you should not allow the material selected to affect how you rank the student. If you have significant concerns about the material, please discuss them with the tab room. There are two events where speakers write their own speeches: informative speaking and original oratory. In informative speaking, the speaker will write and present from memory an original composition that is designed to explain, define, describe, or illustrate a particular subject. The general purpose of the speech is for the audience to gain understanding and/or knowledge of a topic. Informative speakers are permitted to use visual aids, but this is entirely optional. In original oratory, the speakers will write and present from memory original compositions. Speakers have complete freedom in choosing a defined topic and a clear purpose. Speakers may employ a multitude of stylistic and analytical techniques, expository, narrative, persuasive, dramatic, etc., in creating their orations. Speakers must alert the audience to any non-factual materials, especially in narrating personal experiences. Speakers must also cite the sources of any facts, statistics, quotations, or evidence that are not the speaker's original ideas. Since the speakers wrote these informative speeches and original orations, judges should consider thought, composition, and delivery in evaluating them. Judges should not base their rankings on whether or not they agree with the speaker's opinions. When commenting on the content, The students can use feedback on the structure of the speech, the phrasing of their ideas, or the quality of their research. When commenting on delivery, their poise, enunciation, eye contact, gestures, and use of rate, volume, and pitch to create meaning are the most relevant. In informative, it is also valid to let the speaker know if their choice to use or not use a visual aid was effective and relevant. Did it help them inform their audience about their topic, or was it a distraction? Could their presentation benefit from the use of a visual aid? In informative speaking and original oratory, it is important to balance your evaluation and comments between the content and the delivery of the speeches. In all speech events, you will rank the competitors at the end of the round. Use a 1 for the best rank and continue sequentially for the rest of the competitors. Please do not give 2 or more competitors the same rank. Under no circumstances should you share your ranks with competitors or other judges. Please do not give oral critiques or engage in other discussion with the competitors. If there is important feedback that you feel you must share with the competitor, please write it in your comments. If you have any questions or concerns at any time, please do not hesitate to ask a member of the TAB staff. They are there to make sure that everyone has a positive experience at the tournament, and they will be happy to help you with any issues that arise. Once again, I want to thank you for judging. If you have further questions about judging these events, please feel free to contact the coach from your school or a member of the TAB staff.